Imagine a world, a perfect blue marble suspended in the vastness of space. A world of lush green forests, crystal clear oceans, and breathtaking biodiversity. This is our home, a gift we were given. Now, picture a different world. One where coastlines are swallowed by rising tides, where once fertile lands turn to dust, and where the fury of the skies unleashes storms of unprecedented power. This isn't a dystopian novel. It's the reality of climate change, a challenge that threatens the very foundation of our existence. But this story isn't just about the looming crisis. It's a story about us. It's about human resilience, our incredible ability to face the darkest of storms and emerge, not just surviving, but stronger and more united than before. This is the story of our fight for our future. The signs are all around us, written in the language of fire, flood, and drought. We are living in an era of extremes. Record-breaking heat waves bake cities that were never built for such temperatures, putting the most vulnerable among us at risk. Raging wildfires, fueled by dry conditions, consume entire landscapes in the blink of an eye, turning homes to ashen skies to a permanent, hazy orange. On the other side of the spectrum, torrential downpours lead to flash floods that sweep through communities, washing away decades of history and stability. Look at the data. The past decade was the hottest on record. Atmospheric carbon dioxide levels are higher than they have been in hundreds of thousands of years. Glacier, the world's freshwater reservoirs, are melting at an alarming rate, contributing to a steady rise in sea levels. For island nations and coastal cities from Miami to Jakarta, this isn't a distant threat, it's an existential one. Each centimeter the ocean rises brings the tide closer to their doorsteps, threatening homes, infrastructure, and entire cultures. This relentless pressure on our planet also creates a domino effect on our resources. Water scarcity is becoming a critical issue, leading to conflicts and migrations. Food systems are strained as traditional farming methods fail under unpredictable weather patterns. The scale of the problem is immense, a complex web of interconnected crises that can feel overwhelming. It would be easy to despair, to feel like we are standing on the edge of a cliff with no way back. But that's not the human story. When our backs are against the wall, something incredible happens. We adapt. We innovate. We unite. All across the globe, you can see the spirit of human resilience shining through. In the coastal villages of Bangladesh, a country on the front line of rising sea levels, communities aren't just waiting for the water to come. They're building floating gardens and schools, ingenious solutions that allow life to continue, even amidst the floods. They've developed salt-tolerant rice varieties, a testament to combining local knowledge with modern science. In the arid regions of Africa's Sahel, farmers are reviving an ancient practice called zai, digging small pits in the hardened earth to capture water and concentrate nutrients. This simple yet effective technique is regreening the desert, restoring land that was once considered lost forever and providing food security for millions. Look to the Netherlands, a nation that has been battling the sea for centuries. They are now exporting their world-renowned expertise in water management, building dynamic seawalls and room for the river projects that work with nature, not against it. In fire-prone regions like California and Australia, communities are establishing sophisticated early warning systems and creating fire-resistant landscapes, learning to coexist with a threat that is now a seasonal reality. These aren't just isolated stories of survival. They are blueprints for adaptation, born from necessity and fueled by an unbreakable will to protect their homes and their way of life. They prove that our greatest strength lies not in trying to conquer nature, but in our ability to listen, learn, and adapt in harmony with it. What do all these powerful responses have in common? They are all centered on people. The most effective climate solutions are not handed down from on high. They grow from the ground up. They are built on the foundation of community. When local voices are heard, when indigenous knowledge is respected, and when everyone has a seat at the table, the solutions we create are not only more effective but also more just and equitable. Indigenous communities, who have been stewards of the land for millennia, hold invaluable wisdom about sustainable living and ecosystem management. Their traditional practices, from controlled burns to protect forests to sophisticated agricultural techniques, are now being recognized as vital tools in our climate fight. This people-centered approach extends beyond local communities to the global stage. Climate change is a shared problem that respects no borders. The pollution from one country affects the weather in another. The drought in one region impacts the global food supply. Therefore, our solutions must also be borderless. International cooperation is not a choice, it's a necessity. Agreements like the Paris Accord are crucial first steps, creating a framework for countries to work together, share technology, and provide financial support to those who need it most. When nations collaborate, pooling their resources and expertise, our capacity to tackle this crisis grows exponentially. It is about recognizing our shared humanity and our shared responsibility to protect our one and only home. It's about building a global community resilient enough to withstand any storm. And as we look to the future, we see that our resilience is being amplified by the power of technology. This isn't science fiction. It's the cutting edge of innovation that's already reshaping our world. We are entering an era of future-forward solutions. Imagine artificial intelligence that can process vast amounts of climate data to create hyper-accurate models, predicting where the next wildfire might break out or how a hurricane will behave, giving communities precious time to prepare. This technology is already being deployed, saving lives and resources. Engineers are developing incredible new ways to tackle the root of the problem: carbon in our atmosphere. Direct air capture facilities are like giant vacuums, sucking CO2 straight out of the air and storing it safely underground, or even converting it into useful products like fuel or concrete. While still in its early stages, this technology holds the promise of one day reversing some of the damage we've done. And, of course, there's the revolution in clean energy. The cost of solar and wind power has plummeted, making them the cheapest sources of new electricity in many parts of the world. We are seeing smart grids that can intelligently manage energy flow, massive offshore wind farms harnessing the power of the ocean breeze, and breakthroughs in battery storage that can keep the lights on even when the sun isn't shining or the wind isn't blowing. These technological leaps are not just about mitigating climate change. They are about building a more prosperous, sustainable, and resilient civilization for generations to come. We stand at a crossroads in human history. The path we've been on leads to a future of uncertainty and hardship. But there is another path. It's a path paved with resilience, ingenuity, and collaboration. The challenges are real, and they are immense. There is no denying the difficulty of the task ahead. But let's not forget the power we hold when we come together. The same human spirit that took us to the moon, that cured diseases, that built civilizations from scratch, is the same spirit that will guide us through this crisis. Our capacity for innovation and cooperation is our greatest superpower. This is not a time for despair. It is a time for action. It's a call to every single one of us. You can be a part of the solution. Support policies that promote clean energy and protect our natural world. Make conscious choices in your daily life that reduce your impact on the planet. Raise your voice and demand action from leaders in government and industry. Get involved in local community projects. The journey to a resilient future is built one step at a time, one person at a time, one community at a time. The story of our future is still being written, and we all hold the pen. Let's write a story of hope. Let's write a story of triumph. Let's build a future where both humanity and nature can thrive together. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, please share this video and subscribe for more stories of hope and innovation. Let's build a better world together.